Graziano is my insider. I come to you first. What is the latest on Wilson in general and maybe the Bears in particular?
Yeah, Greeny, look, it's still out there. Obviously, the Bears, yes, a big swing is what they would like a chance to take to try and get Russell Wilson. They're not the only team that feels that way. There are a couple other teams that feel like if he becomes available, they would like to take their shot as well. But at this point, Seattle hasn't decided to do it. They don't know what their fallback option would be at quarterback if they did do it. It is definitely not out of the question. If it happens this offseason, it's more likely to happen after June 1st than before, just because of the financial ramifications for Seattle's salary cap. But there are definitely multiple teams monitoring this while there aren't like hot and heavy active discussions going on, but just to see whether it progresses as the offseason continues.
And then just to sort of bring back the Bears of it all, if not Russell Wilson, then
yes.
what? Then what direction do they go?
They definitely are aware of and working on the need for contingency plans. They talked to Jameis Winston before he went back to New Orleans. They checked in on Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, they'll get a veteran, right? Whether it's like an Andy Dalton type, an Alex Smith type. They're definitely in that market. They're not going to just go with Foles as the only option, and they're not bringing back Mitch Trubisky.
RC, look, I've mentioned this before. Everyone I know in Chicago is already finding out where they can order Russell Wilson jerseys. The fans believe this is happening. So that will not go well if they wind up signing someone who is perceived to be far less than that. That said, what do you think of this whole thing? The Russell Wilson of it all here, RC, it is very surprising to a lot of people. How does it hit you?
Man, I kind of love it, right? I mean, this is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has spent a decade of telling us nothing in every interview and then saying, go Hawks. That's all we ever knew. I can't wait until this year when he's like, my O-line sucks. I need some more weapons. Go Hawks. That's the Russell Wilson I'm looking for. You never thought you'd be in a place to where the Seattle Seahawks didn't like this dude or would even think about trading him. And think about being Russell Wilson and changing your life and marrying Sierra and then listing 4 football teams that you would like to be your new boo, and 3 of them post new Man Crush Mondays. That's where Russell Wilson is. And so it's only Chicago left. And so Candace Parker, who's a cool friend of mine, would love to see this happen, but I don't see it happening. It's just so freaking fun to talk about. And so Russell Wilson, I want you to keep doing interviews. I want you to keep talking about what you want from the Seattle Seahawks. And John Snyder, I want you to keep not giving it to him like you did on the first day of free agency. This is fun. We need this after Dak signed back with the Cowboys.
It certainly is enormously entertaining to watch from a distance. But Mike Tannenbaum, you've been in the room where it happens, if you will. You've been a general manager. So if you're in Chicago right now and that's your team and the pressure exists on you that there is, what are you doing right now?
You have 2 options. Go to Europe, talk to Andrew Luck, convince him to come back, and everyone's going to be like, well, that's a long shot. Well, a decade ago, we ran the same play with Brett Favre at the Jets. Everyone said he'll never come to New York. We were able to convince him to come. It was a good decision. The other thing is Sam Darnold. Make a trade with the Jets for Sam Darnold. Let the Jets draft Zach Wilson and move on. But Luck and Darnold are the 2 quarterbacks that could save Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy's job.
Allie is asking me to move on, but I can't ignore that reaction from Ryan Clark. Go ahead, RC.
Mike Tannenbaum just compared going to Mississippi to get Brett Favre, who never wanted to stop playing football, to going to Europe and getting Andrew Luck, who just walked off the field, who just I'm talking about just left and never came back, never did an interview. He don't have none of them copper tone interviews. He ain't talking about football. He don't do Wranglers, none of that. Nobody knows what part of Europe Andrew Luck's even in. That ain't happening. So if that's your only choice, other than Sam Darnold, if you're the Chicago Bears, you in trouble.
What is the pitch?
That's right.
Go ahead, Mike. What are you saying to Andrew Luck?
Yeah. Again, you're scouring for solutions here, and I'm saying to Andrew Luck, come back and win a championship. We got a great defense. You could change your legacy and then go retire. And just to give you context, everyone said that Brett Favre although we love football, he hated New York, and we were able to talk him into it. But with Andrew Luck, you have an unfulfilled legacy. You didn't win a championship. We could win a championship in Chicago. And I agree, RC, these are not great options, but you put yourself in this corner. I would scour the planet for what would give me the best chance to win, and I come down to two names, Andrew Luck and Sam Darnold, because I don't think Russell Wilson will be traded this year.
I do remember that when you convinced Brett Favre there was hunting in New Jersey. Who knew? Okay. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.